Today is the 20th of February 2000. Today we're going to study about Sahajãta. Before we study the meaning and the nature of this Sahajãta, I would like all of us to read one time together. Sahajãta bhajayo ni Jandaro khanda arubino anyamanyam Sahajãta bhajayena bhajayo Jandaro mahabhunda anyamanyam Sahajãta bhajayena bhajayo Okam digane namarumbam anyamanyam Sahajãta bhajayena bhajayo Jinda jinasika dhamma Jinda samuthananam rumbanam Sahajãta bhajayena bhajayo Mahabhuna umbada rumbanam Sahajãta bhajayena bhajayo Rumbino dhamma arumbinam dhammanam Kinji kale Sahajãta bhajayena bhajayo Kinji kale na Sahajãta bhajayena bhajayo. Thank you. Here Sahajãta bhajayo. Saha is meant together. Jada, arise. So Sahajãta here is meant Co-nascence, co-arising. It's like a lamp. They compare to lamp. When an oil lamp is lighted, in those days they just use, this oil lamp, electricity right nowadays. That's why they compare with the oil lamp. When an oil lamp is like this, the light comes out simultaneously. This means Sahajãta bhajayo. So any phenomenon is which the cause conditions the effect to arise simultaneously with the cause. It's called co-nascence condition. So when you light the lamp, as soon as you light the lamp, the light is come out. At the same time, simultaneously. In the same way, about mentalities, each other, we will study about that. At some time, this rupa and mentality also arise simultaneously. This is called Sahajãta, the co-nascence condition. Co-nascence means co-arising, they arise together. The first sentence, Chattaro Khanda. You know Chattaro. Chattaro is meant four. Khanda is aggregate. Arupino, Rupa is meant matter. Right? This Arupa is the mentalities. Anya Manya here means mutuality. Sahajāta Pajina Pajayo. The whole meaning is the four mental aggregates are mutually related to one another by co-nascence conditions. Here four aggregates. We have five aggregates, right? Here four aggregates, the mental aggregates. What are they? Vedana, right? Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, and Vinyana. These are four mental aggregates. These four mental aggregates are mutually related to one another, related to each other. This by co-nascence condition. Now you hear what I'm talking about. When you hear, you have feeling. The aggregate of feeling, what you feel. Your feeling maybe sukha, maybe dukkha, maybe ubekha. What kind of feeling? Maybe sukha vedana. Maybe you're happy about what you are studying right now. The somanasa is sukha, the same, right? Sukha vedana, that's vedana. And you, this sanya perception, you mark what I'm talking about, the sanya. And sankhara is mainly is the chetana relation, is the lead as leader, just push you, lead you to mark, to feel, because of this sankhara, this mental formation. And then you know what I'm talking about, this vinyana, consciousness. See, this vedana, feeling, sanya, perception, sankhara, mental formation, and vinyana, consciousness. They arise together. They arise together. This arise simultaneously together. This is the meaning of this Chattaro Khanda Arupino Anya Manya Sahajāta Vajina Vajiyo. It's by co-nascence condition. When we study or practice meditation, you should know that this five aggregates, especially these four aggregates, they arise together, they disappear together. This is Sahajāta. When you see, when you hear, when you smell, when you taste, when you touch, when you think, when else, these five aggregates, this arise together and disappear together. The second one, Chattaro Mahabuddha Anya Manyam Sahajāta Vajina Vajiyo. Chattaro is four, right? Mahabuddha is the great essential. So the four great essentials are mutually related to one another by co-nascence condition. This means the Buddha let us know it's not only the mental aggregates are mutually related each other. This the four great essential also are mutually related each other. See, four great essential, what are they? Yes, earth, fire, air, water, the four elements there. They arise together, they depend on each other. And they arise together, and then disappear together, and they help each other. This is called co-nascence condition, co-arising. They arise together. Like fire and air. It's good friend, right? And they arise, especially we can see that, especially when we have fires, burns somehow, something like that. And fire and air, they rise together. There's no fire, air is not obvious. And earth element and this water element, this is the good friend, you know. Just without water element, we cannot touch the earth element as hard. So this the four elements, they depend each other, they help each other, and they arise together. And authentically means at the time of conception. When we the first when we have to be reborn, and existence, you know, it's just the first moment. It's at the time of conception. So be careful to stable before. And authentically, nama rupam. Nama is mentality. Rupa is the corporealities. Anya manyang here, mutually. It's the whole meanings. At the moment of conception, mentality and corporealities are mutually related each other by co-nascence condition. Mean nama here, what we're taking nama, just rebirth consciousness. Rebirth consciousness, just nama, just the only word, rebirth consciousness. And rupa, we have 28 kind of the materialities, but here we're just taking at the moment of conception, just three group of rupa. In Pali called klapa. You may remember that. Just body, ticket, sex ticket, and heart ticket. Three tickets, right? Three tickets and this rebirth consciousness, they arise together. They arise together. We study about this at chapter 6, right? Chapter 6. You still remember klapa? We have 21 klapa. Just 3 klapa at the moment of conception, they arise together with this rebirth consciousness. That's why at the moment of conception, this nama mentality, the rebirth consciousness, as nam rupa here, this the corporealities. It means kamacha rupa, we call it by kamacha rupa. This kamacha rupa, what is kamacha rupa? This rupa produced by what? Kama. Yeah. Rupa produced by kama. This three decade. Kaya daska, this body decade. Power daska, the sex decade. Vatu dadaka, heart decade. They arise together. Here, anya manya, mutually related to each other. Just at the moment of conception, this means rebirth consciousness depend on rupa. Rupa to be exist depend on rebirth consciousness. They depend each other and arise together. You see, rebirth consciousness for except formless sphere. Except formless sphere. For example, for a human being, when we get into our mother womb, stick breath, the first moment, rebirth consciousness rise. This rebirth consciousness is no rupa, cannot be survive, right? Cannot be exist. Should be die right away. Should depend on the rupa, the skaya, bhava, hadya. 3 decades. This 3 decades, this rupa, is this rebirth consciousness. It's no rebirth consciousness. They cannot rise. Right? They cannot rise. So they have to depend each other. This called anya manyam here. Depend each other and arise together. This by co-nascence condition. This means except formless sphere and mindless being. At the moment of conception, this nama and rupa are mutually related to each other. This is the meaning of this aukandikane nama rupa anya Sahajãta bhajena bhajayo. Another sentence. Citta jirasika dhamma. Have it right? Citta jirasika dhamma. Citta is consciousness. Jirasika is concomitant. Right? Citta jirasika dhamma. Kinchi kali na Sahajãta bhajena bhajayo. Not related by co-nascence condition. Here's that look like it's the parent. Here Mahabuddha Ubara Rupana Sahajãta bhajena bhajayo. Just now we study Cattaro Khanda Arupino Anyamanya. The 4 great essentials are mutually related to each other. Right? Each other. But Mahabuddha Ubada Rupana, no Anyamanya, no, this is the mutuality. It's like the parent and husband and wife. They help each other. It's like Mahabuddha, 4 great essentials. They help each other. they depend on each other. Wife and husband, they depend on each other. And Mahabuddha Ubada Rupanam, they support their children. They support their children too. This is the nature of this, the four great essential. They depend each other, they rise together, and also they give rise to the derived matter. As the parent help the kid, support the kid. But the kid depend on the parent. But the kid, this parent cannot spend on their children. For example, right? It's Mahabuddha Ubada Rupanam. It's like the kid, the children depend on their parent. The parents cannot depend on the kid, they cannot depend on each other. It's the nature of this mentality and physicality. You see here, just mental, the mental aggregates. They depend each other, they arise together. The four great essentials depend each other, relate each other. At the moment of conception, rebirth consciousness and the three decades, they arise together, depend each other. This Citta and Cetasika, consciousness and its concomitants are related to the Rupa. Mind produces matter. Is not related to each other. And Mahabuddha, four great essential, they arise together. This four great essential, this support derived matter to arise, but not depend on each other. So the last one is meant. It is the material phenomena are sometimes related to mentalities. Related to it's the mental phenomena by co-nascence condition, and sometimes are not related by co-nascence condition. It's not good. Anya manya pachiyo. Anya manya pachiyo. After we understand the meaning of the Sahajãta, Anya means very easy because almost the same. So before we discuss about this their nature and their meaning, I would like us to read it one time for Anya Manya Pachiyo. Anya Manya Pachiyo di Jadaro Khanda Arubino Anya Manya Pachayena Pachiyo Jadaro Mabuna Anya Manya Pachayena Pachiyo Organikane Namarubang Anya Manya Pachayena Pachiyo Jadaro Khanda. So Anya Manya for their meaning and their simile. Anya Manya mutuality or reciprocity. The meaning of Anya Manya. Mutuality or reciprocity. It's like three sticks put against each other, like tripod. If one stick is removed, the other two will fall. Cannot stand. In physical and psychical phenomena, in which the cause and the effect mutually condition the arising of each other. This means mind and matter mutually arise together, depend each other, is by means of mutuality condition. What's the meaning here? Chattaro khanda arupino anya manya pajayina pajayo. Chattaro khanda, the four mental aggregates are related to one another by mutuality condition. They arise together and depend each other. I already explained about this, the four mental aggregates, how they relate each other. As the three sticks put against each other, if no mind, see the four mental aggregates, the one is the consciousness, is citta. The remaining three, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, is Cetasika, mental state. If no mind arises, is no Cetasika, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara arise. If no Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, mind alone, consciousness alone cannot arise. This nature of our mentality. It's mind and this the consciousness and Cetasika, mental state. They related each other. Always. And most people, they understand about the mind. They don't understand about Cetasika, mental state. She says, oh, this person is not good. This person is very nice. Person, everyone is nice. For the mind, everyone's just nice. Who is not nice sometimes? Mental state. Mental state, because of this mental state, just let our mind, you see, unwholesome consciousness. You just consciousness. This consciousness, if lobha, attachment, associated with this mind become lobha, because unwholesome consciousness rooted by attachment. Attachment, lobha, cetasika is mental state. And sometimes your mind, you have good heart, your mind stuff high, and then dosa, cetasika, associated with your mind, and then you get angry. This really is the mind consciousness is nice. As the mental state cetasika come and mix with your mind. It depends on cetasika. If good cetasika, good mental state, you are a good person. You are good heart, good mind, good consciousness. Become good consciousness. If unwholesome this consciousness, unwholesome mental state, associate with your mind become unwholesome. If wholesome conscious, wholesome this mental state, good mental state, good this cetasika, associate with your mind, you're a good mind. You become a good person. That's cetasika. But except we study Abhidhamma, no one knows about the mental state, mental factor about Cetasika. We just know about the mind. Sometimes I'm not get angry. Just sometimes, to say sometimes. Because sometimes it's the mental state, mental factor, dosa cetasika, come associate with the mind, you get angry right away. Now, normally, you not get angry with anyone. You don't not attach to anything right now. Because that's the unwholesome cetasika. It's not come to associate with your mind. Here, just meant these are four mental phenomena. These are the four mental aggregates are related to one another. It means Vedana alone cannot arise. Sanya alone cannot arise. Sankhara alone cannot arise. Consciousness, Vijnana alone cannot arise. They have to depend each other and arise together. This is the meaning of Jattaro Khanda Arupino Anyamanya Pajayina Pajayo. Just four, the mental aggregates are related to one another by mutuality condition. For example, the three sticks put against each other, a tripod. And Jattaro Mahabuddha Anya Manya Bajayina Bajayo. This stuff, the four great essentials are related to each other by mutuality condition. Just the Patavi Dhatu, earth element alone cannot arise. Should depend on others. Great essential element. So they depend each other, they arise together. Because by mutuality condition or reciprocity condition. And organically, nama rupang anya manya bajayina bajayo. At the moment of conception, its mentality, its rebirth consciousness, and corporealities, this kamacha rupa, this karma produced matter, are related to each other by mutuality condition. Just at the moment of conception, this mind and matter, they arise together, they depend on each other. This is the nature of mind and matter according to Anya Manya Pajayo. Now we go to Nisaya Pajayo. Nisaya Pajayo. Nisaya is mean sport or dependence. Sport or dependence. Before we study about their nature, I will allow us to read one time for the Nisaya Pajayo. Nisaya Pajayo Ni Jadaro Khanda Arumbino Anya Manyang Nisaya Pajayena Pajayo Jadaro Mahabuna Anya Manyam Nisaya Pajayena Pajayo Aukam Dekane Nama Rumbang Anya Manyam Nisaya Pajayena Pajayo Jinda Jedasika Dhamma Jinda Samudana Nang Rupanang Nisaya Banjayena Banjayo Mahamuna Umbada Rumbanam Nisaya Banjayena Banjayo Jakaya Danam Jakku Vinyana Daduya Tang Sambayudaganam Jadammanam Nisaya Banjayena Banjayo Sona Yadanam Soda Vinyana Daduya Tang Sambayudaganam Jadammanam Nisaya Banjayena Banjayo Anaya Danang Gana Vinyana Daduya Tang Samayudaganam Jadammanam Nisaya Banjayena Banjayo Jiva Yadanam Jiva Vinyana Daduya Tang Sampayudaganam Jadammanam Nisaya Banjayena Banjayo Kaya Yadanam Kaya Vinyana Daduya Tang Samayudaganam Jadammanam Nisaya Banjayena Banjayo Yang Rupanisaya Manodaduja Mano Vinyana Daduja Vatandim Nang Rubang Mano Daduya Ja Mano Vinyana Daduya Ja Tang Samayudaganam Jadammanam Nisaya Banjayena Banjayo. Thank you. Nisaya, support or dependence. For example, it's like a man crosses the river by rowing a canoe. Right? This canoe helps the man to cross the river. This by means of dependent condition. And also, reciprocally, the man helped the canoe to get over the other side of the river. Canoe and man, they help each other. Like the canoe helped the man to reach this other side of the river. And the man, by rowing the canoe, that's the canoe, to reach to other side of the river. They depend on each other. And also, other example for the canvas, for the painting. For the paintings, for the picture. This picture, what it depend on? Depend on the canvas. And like the animal and plants. What it depend on? Depend on the earth. Depend on the earth. This the earth. It's the plants and animal to survive, to exist. This is their simile. Yeru esja jataro khanda arupino anya manyang nisaya bajina bajiyo. This the four mental aggregates are related to each other. Anya manyang. Mutually related to each other by dependence condition. This means Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara depend on Vijnana, aggregate. Vijnana, this consciousness, depend on Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara. So depend on each other. It's by means of dependence condition. Echadaro Mahabuddha Anya Manyang Nisaya Bajina Bajiyo. These four great essentials are related, are mutually related to each other by dependence condition. These four great essentials also just not cannot arise only one element. Should be four elements that depend each other. And Organikane Nama Rupang Anya Manyang Nisaya Bajina Bajiyo. At the moment of conception, this mentality, rebirth consciousness, and Rupa, Kamacharu, produced by karma. Three decades are mutually related to each other by dependence condition. This means rebirth consciousness depend on the Rupa, Kamacharupa. The Kamacharupa matter depend on rebirth consciousness. The mind depend on Rupa, matter. Matter depend on the mind. Depend on each other by dependence condition. And Chitta Jirasika Dhamma, Chitta Samuthananang Rupanang Nisaya Bajayina Bajayo. Consciousness and its concomitants are related to mind produce matter. As no reciprocity exists here. And Mahabuddha Ubada Rupana Nisaya Bajina Bajiyo. The great essential are related to their derived matter, color, order, taste, nutriment, by dependence condition. We already talking about that. Now go to Jakhayaranam. Jakhayaranam, this means Jakhu Ayaranam. Right? Jakhayaranam, Jakhu Vijnana Daduya. Jakharana's eye base. Jakhu Vijnana Daduya means eye consciousness. Tang Samyudakanancha Dhammanam means their concomitants. Nisaya Bajina Bajiyo means dependence condition. So I base is related to I consciousness and its concomitant, the seven Jetasika, right? By dependence condition. Here, dependence condition. I consciousness depend on what? I base, right? Depend on I base by dependent condition. If no I base, no I consciousness arise. You see that? I base is related to I consciousness and is concomitant by dependent condition. It is very clear. And Sota Yaranang Sota Vijnana Daduya. Tang Samyudakananja Dhammana Nisaya Bhajina Bhajayo, the same. Sodarana, why Sodarana? Ear base. The ear base is related to ear consciousness and its concomitant by dependence condition. The same. This ear consciousness depends on the ear base. No ear base, no ear consciousness. Right. And Ganayaranang Gana Vinyana Daduya Lang Samayudakananja Dhammanang Nisaya Bhajina Bhajayo. No space is related to no consciousness and is concomitant by dependent condition. No consciousness depend on no space. Where is no space? No sensitivity. Right? Base is mean this eye base, ear base, nose base mean eye sensitivity, ear sensitivity, nose sensitivity. Same thing. Jingwayaranang jingwa vinyana dadu yadang samayudakananja dhammanang nisaya bhajina bhajayo. Tongue base is related to tongue consciousness and its concomitant by dependence condition. Tongue consciousness is concomitant depend on tongue base, tongue sensitivity. Kaya yaranang kaya vinyana dadu yatang samayudakananja dhammanang nisaya bhajina bhajayo. Body base is related to body consciousness and its concomitant seven cetasika by dependence condition. This body consciousness, you feel it, oh, it's very soft, it's very hard. This body consciousness and its concomitant to be arise depend on body base, body sensitivity. If no body sensitivity, you cannot feel anything. Like your hair, your nail. If you cut your hair, you cut your nail, you don't feel anything. Because no body base, no body sensitivity. That's why no body consciousness rise. That's talking about dependence condition. And the last one, Yang Upanissaya. Here, Mano Dhaduja, Mano Vinyana Dhaduja Vadanti. Depending on these corporealities, Mano Dhatu and Mano Vinyana Dhatu arise. What's Mano Dhatu? My elementary Mano Vinyana Dhatu. Here, just taking 72 my consciousness element. Rise. This Mano Dhatu and Mano Vinyana Dhatu rise depend on Rupa, corporealities, Rupa. What kind of Rupa is not mentioned here exactly, Rupa, just young Rupa, any Rupa. Either heart or brain. Yeah, this in commentary, commentators said, young Rupang here is taking heart. But the Buddha didn't say positively whether that rupa was either heart or the brain. Yang Upanissaya Mano Dhatu Ja Mano Vinyana Dhatu Ja Vadanti. How many Mano Vinyana Dhatu here? Just 72, because in formless sphere, we have formless resultant consciousness 4. They cannot depend on rupa in formless sphere, because take off this eye consciousness 2, ear consciousness 2, nose consciousness 2, tongue consciousness 2, body consciousness 2, and Mano Dhatu, my element 3, and Arupa, Vipaka, the consciousness 4. The remaining 72 and 52 Jidasika are called Mano Vinyana Dhatu. Tang Rupang Mano Dhatu Yaja Mano Vinyana Dhatu Yaja. Tang Samayudaka Nancha Dhammanang Nisaya Bhajina Bhajayo. That corporeality is related to Mano Dhatu and Mano Vinyana Dhatu, and they are concomitant by dependence condition. This is the whole meaning, is the depending on these corporealities, Mano Dhatu, Mano Vinyana Dhatu arise. That corporeality is related to Mano Dhatu and Mano Vinyana Dhatu, and they are concomitant by dependence condition. Just briefly, this Mano Dhatu and Mano Vinyana Dhatu depend on rupa. That's it, the meaning. Except formless sphere and mindless being. The remaining plane, this all Mano Dhatu and Mano Vinyana Dhatu depend on rupa. Without rupa, this Mano Dhatu and Mano Vinyana Dhatu, this consciousness can arise. Now we can see, we can hear, we can talk, we can think. Depend on what? Depend on your body. Rupa. If you know rupa, you cannot talk. If you know mouth, no voice, how you can talk? Right? No eye, how you can see? So Mano Dhatu, Mano Vinyana Dhatu depend on rupa. This is for a dependence condition. The meaning is clear, it's no problem. So now we go to Upanissaya Bhajayo. This is a very interesting Upanissaya Bhajayo. Before we discuss about the Upanissaya Bhajayo, I would like all of us to read one time. Upanissaya Bhajayo Di Burima Kusala Dhamma Pachimanam Kusalanam Dhammanam Upanissaya Bhajayena Bhajayo Burima Kusala Dhamma Pachimanam Akusalanam Dhammanam Kesanchi Upanissaya Bhajayena Bhajayo Burima Kusala Dhamma Pachimanam Abhyagadanam Dhammanam Upanissaya bhajayena bhajayo Burima agudala dhamma Pachimanang agudala nang dhammanang Upanissaya bhajayena bhajayo Burima agudala dhamma Pachimanang kudala nang dhammanang Kesanji Upanissaya bhajayena bhajayo Burima agudala dhamma Pachimanang abhyagadanang dhammanam Upanissaya bhajayena bhajayo Burima abhyagada dhamma Pachimanam abhyagadanang dhammanam Upanissaya bhajayena bhajayo Burima abhyagada dhamma Pachimanam kudalanang dhammanam Upanissaya bhajayena bhajayo Burima abhyagada dhamma Pachimanam agudalanang dhammanam Upanissaya bhajayena bhajayo Udu bochanang bi Upanissaya bhajayena bhajayo Ugalo bi Upanissaya bhajayena bhajayo Senasanam bi Upanissaya bhajayena bhajayo. Thank you. Upanissaya bhajayo. Nisaya, what's mean nisaya? Dependence. Upa means powerful. That's why powerful dependence condition. Upanissaya bhajayo, powerful dependence condition. As some say that Upanissaya, decisive spot, decisive, D-E-C-I-S-I-V-E, decisive spot, or decisive dependence. For instance, as the rain is the powerful cause to support the growth of plants and animals. In the same way, as the parents is the powerful support for their children. And for the phenomena here, is the cause is a powerful support for its effect to arise despite powerful dependence. Here, upaya, why? Because powerful. It's their nature is so powerful. What we have done greatly in the past, either wholesome deed or unwholesome deed is to become as powerful dependence for its effect. Like this karma, this wholesome deed, unwholesome deed, is not only one life in the past life, millions of lives. What we have done, wholesome or unwholesome karma, it gives you the result, this present. That's why the people are quite different. It depends on what we have done. It's so powerful, wholesome and unwholesome karma, the previous life. It's just one life. It's not so powerful. It's not only one life. Maybe 1 billion of life in the past you have done this generosity or moralities or meditation. That's wholesome deed. What we have done is since 1 million life can support your good, your wholesome karma is present life. That's why someone from poor people comes to rich person because of what? Saw that last week, right? How many millions? They win jackpot, they win lottery, something like that. Everyone they want it, but they cannot win because that is their previous wholesome deed. It's not small one, it's powerful. This means this previous life, many lives, what we have done, this meritorious deed can support this present wholesome karma to get a wonderful, great result. Just taking is that this present life, when you was young, maybe you think that I would like to do something good for the people, for my family, for my relatives, for my country, for my religion, something like that. You want to do that. How many times arise in your mind? If you was young, maybe 40 years, you want to do that. I want to do that, but you don't have chance to do. Now you have chance to do that. This means so powerful. So many terms of this wholesome, this consciousness, wholesome jhana, arise in your mind with billions of times. One time, even one time, the jhana, as you know, 7 times jhana. 7 thought moment of jhana. The first thought moment can give the result this present life, right? The 7 jhana gives the result next life. The remaining between the 5 jhana can give the result from the 3rd life until you enters to Nibbana. Only one time. Now, since the 40 years ago, you want to do the good thing. You just think that's many times. How many wholesome consciousness arises in your mind? Billions of times. So this is what very powerful when it gives the result. It's the great result. It's called Upanissaya. It's powerful dependence. Now we go to their meaning. Purima Kusala Dhamma. We already know the meaning that Pachimanang Pachimanang Kusalanang Dhammanang Upanissaya Bhajena Bhajayo. Preceding wholesome Dhammas. Wholesome Dhamma is mean consciousness and its concomitants. Preceding wholesome consciousness and its concomitant are related to subsequent wholesome Dhammas, the Citta and Cetasika, by powerful dependence condition or decisive dependence condition. It's briefly, what's the meaning? Preceding wholesome kusala are related to subsequent kusala, wholesome, to arise by powerful dependence condition. We should take some example to understand what's the meaning. When we study about object condition, I already talked some about that. By preceding kusala are related to subsequent kusala. According to object condition, now we are talking about powerful dependence condition. Dependent on your faith, saddha, conviction. Depend on your morality, sila. Dependence on your knowledge, sutta. Dependent on your charity, generosity, the jaga. And dependent on your wisdom, spanya. In Pali they call it dependent on saddha, sila, sutta, jaga, and panya. So I'd like to, for knowledge, I order you to know some Pali meaning. It's very useful when you read. It's saddha, you know right away what is the meaning. Saddha is faith, right? Faith, confidence. Sila is morality. Sutta is mean knowledge. Jaga is mean charity, generosity. Panya is mean wisdom. It depends on this saddha, sila, sutta, jaga, panya. What you do? You make contribution, you observe sila, moralities, you practice samatha and vipassana meditation, and you gain jhana, absorption. As you practice inside vipassana meditation, you gain enlightenment, magga, and you gain supernormal knowledge, opinion. This means saddha, sila, sutta, jaga, panya, this five is wholesome. Wholesome. When you do sadhana, sila, bhavana, it's wholesome. This means wholesome, preceding wholesome are related to subsequent wholesome. For the saddha is the we believe something. We believe something. If you believe, the one you believe is not, this person is not right. The thing is not right. We cannot call it saddha. A strong decision. A strong decision. Should be the person you trust, you believe. The thing you believe is right. Because saddha. You have to know about the meaning of saddha. You believe the great knowledge of the Buddha, the teaching of the Buddha, the omniscience of the Buddha. You believe the law of cause and effect, the law of nature. This means really is the Saddha. As you believe the law of cause effect, if I do this meritorious deed, this will become the good result. I will receive the good result. This is Saddha. As you have Saddha, and you make generosity, you observe your moralities, you practice meditation, and you gain jhana, magga, and so on. This means preceding wholesome dhamma are related to subsequent wholesome dhamma by powerful dependence condition. When you understand about the Saddha, where's Saddha? Where's this Saddha? Saddha Cetasika. What kind of Cetasika? This is beautiful mental state associated with beautiful consciousness. Remember that. So this Saddha associated with great wholesome consciousness. This preceding this wholesome consciousness are related to when you do something good. They're related to subsequent wholesome dhammas by means of powerful dependence conditions. Saddha, some compared to the properties, the money, investment. When you have Saddha, when you have money, you have property, you can invest your money for the business, and then you can get the profit from this your investment. If no investment, no money, you cannot invest the money, you cannot get the great profit. It's the same thing, if no Saddha, you cannot gain the wholesome karma, because no Saddha. As some compared to sea, even have good weather, good rain, good soil, good land. If no seed to plant, you cannot get anything from that. So if you don't have Saddha, you cannot get even small wholesome deed. So Saddha is compared to seed, and Saddha compared to our hand. It's no hand. The place you sit, maybe you sit on the silver mountain or the gold mountain, you cannot take anything for you because you don't have hand. If you don't have Saddha, you cannot gain any wholesome deed. No charity, no morality, no meditation. So Saddha is very important to have Saddha. It depends on the Saddha, and then you will do the dana, sila, bhavana, and so on. You can gain jhana, magga, and like to. It depends on sila, your moralities. Depends on your sutta, knowledge, jaga, charity, panya, wisdom. What you do, if you know what you should do and should not. What's the consequences of this, your action? When you understand it, and then you will make contribution, you will observe your moralities, you will pray, you do chanting, you practice meditation. This means preceding wholesome dhammas are related to subsequent wholesome dhamma by powerful dependence condition. And second one, Urima Burima Kusala Dhamma Pachimanam Pachimanam Akusalanam Dhammanam Ke Sanji Upanissaya Bhajena Bhajayo. Preceding wholesome dhammas are related to, are sometimes related to subsequent unwholesome dhamma by powerful dependence condition. It's strange, right? Dependent on wholesome, unwholesome, right? What's their nature? Dependent on your saddha, your faith, conviction, your morality, your knowledge, your charity, your wisdom, and then you proud of yourself. This becomes conceit, pride. You say, no one can do like me. So you proud of yourself. It's pride, right? Pride. Just me can do that. It's called, in Pali it's called mana. And also you think that mana is unwholesome mental state, right? Ditthi, wrong view. See, just dana only, this charity only can reach to nibbana. Maybe you think about that. Other things is meaningless. Don't need to practice meditation, to observe some moralities. Just dana only can reach to nibbana. Maybe you think about that. It means ditthi, wrong view. That depends on your saddha, sila, sutta, jaga, panya, all depend on your dana, generosity, become pride, becomes the wrong view. This means pride, wrong view, pride. And also, when you do something, you offer something by the power of this my contribution, my morality, or my meditation. Next life, or maybe this life, I want to get the promotion. I would like to be lucky. The next life, I would like to be a pretty woman or handsome man, something like that. If you have what you call it, hankering, right? Hankering. Just your pride, your wrong view, your hankering, wholesome or unwholesome. Unwholesome. Depend on what? Depend on your generosity, your morality, your wisdom, your sattva. See that? This means wholesome, preceding wholesome dhamma are related to subsequent unwholesome dhamma by powerful dependence condition. But here is sometimes, sanji. See that, right? Sometimes. Sometimes means It's not for we have thought process. It's not the same thought process. It should be different thought process. Sometimes it means anandra. For anandra, for us, this proximity condition gonna get here sometime, but it should be different term. It's not different thought process. We already studied the jhana. Jhana is 7 term. The 7 term cannot be the first or second one is the kusala, or this the third, the fourth is the akusala. Cannot be like that. Should be kusala or kusala. Or akusala. It means we cannot. It's not related each other by proximity condition. It means sometime. Sometime here it means there's a subsequent, even say preceding wholesome dhamma are related to subsequent wholesome dhamma. It's not by proximity condition. You cannot get here. This should be powerful dependence condition. Different term, different life. This preceding wholesome is means even previous life, many experiences of life are related to this subsequent wholesome, this life or next future life. This how this unwholesome dhamma depend on wholesome dhamma. How this wholesome dhamma support this unwholesome dhamma to arise by powerful dependence condition. This is what we're talking about today. I still have a lot, to follow kusala to abhyagata or akusala and so on. It should be next week. The time's up. Thank you. Do you have any question about what you're talking about today? This means I'm talking about the jhana. Jhana, when you see, when you hear, when you smell, when you taste, when you touch, it's mostly jhana 7 thought movement, right? And when you think about something, it's jhana, maybe wholesome jhana, maybe unwholesome jhana, can arise. This is the first jhana can give the results this present life only. If not give the result, no chance to give the result this present life, it becomes defunct karma. For the last one, the 7 jhana, we give the result next life, only next life. It's no chance to give the result next life. It will become defunct karma too. But for the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, these 5 jhanas will give the result from the third life, not next life, second life, for the third life, until you gain the 4th stage of enlightenment, become arahant. Any life will give the result. Yeah, even for so many billions of life, this can give the result. Any life, any time. No defunct karma. In Dhammapada, it's talking about that. One man, previous life, he just killed animal, cell, the whole of his life. This life, he become minister, very rich, have power, become minister. And he think about it. Last life, previous life, he remember his life. I just kill animal, a lot of animal. Now I become minister, have great power. I very rich. He get confused.